Well, cancel me because I'm going to protect the people of this city. And if you come into this country, in this city, and think you're going to harm innocent New Yorkers and innocent migrants and asylum seekers, this is not the mayor you want to be in the city under.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about New York City Mayor Eric Adams saying, hey, cancel me if you got a problem with the mayor protecting the citizenry away from the illegal aliens, criminal migrants, whatever you want to call them. Now, Eric Adams, I feel like is getting more and more conservative, red pill, whatever you want to call it, every single day, because he sees what's happening to his city as a result of the migrant crisis. I mean, look at the safety of the city. That's plummeted. We'll talk about that in just one moment. Let's look how much money they spent. Over $6 billion they had to spend straight from their money. They had to cut services in the city to do it. They didn't get the money from the federal government. It is ridiculous. They're not getting any kind of real benefit from this. It's just a mess. It's a mess. So Eric Adams says, hey, check it out. If we can work with the incoming border czar, Tom Homan, Donald Trump, whoever we got to work with to fix the problem, I'm all for it. Some don't like it, but hey, it is what it is. Like you said, cancel me if you don't like it. Now, there's a lot we got to get into. There's a whole lot we got to get into. First things first, I have to address the elephant in the room. There's an elephant in the room. Now, I don't know. Be clear. I don't know if this story is migrant related, but I got to talk about it. And even if it's not migrant related, it kind of points to a larger issue in New York City with crime. Now, this is the United Healthcare CEO who was shot and unfortunately killed this morning. Check it out.
Breaking news, a man shot in Midtown just a short time ago. We're told he is in grave condition. It happened on 54th Street between 6th and 7th Avenues. Police telling us a 50-year-old man was struck in the chest. He was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital, and police tell us they are looking for a man with a black mask and carrying a gray backpack. We are told he fled through an alley near the Ziegfeld Theater. No word yet on what led to the shooting. We do have Kirsten Cole at the scene and gathering more.
Now, they said that this could have been a targeted attack. They don't really know who did it. Somebody who did it fled into an alley. And this report right here was before they realized who it was. That is the United Healthcare CEO. What's his name? Brian Thompson. Okay. Shot and killed this morning. Now, is it migrant related? I don't know. But there's a problem with crime in New York City, and the migrant crisis is making it that much worse. Now, here we have Eric Adams talking about wanting to work with the administration on DOGE. The department is going to cut down on government spending, wasteful government spending. Okay, check it out.
This is inefficient. This is inefficient to do. And so I'm hoping he's going to examine all of the inefficiencies that we're seeing in government, because I came in with that same energy and spirit. We have been wasting taxpayers' money for far too long, and we need to stop wasting taxpayers' money. So his observation is the observation that I had, but we had no other choice but to do just that.
So there we go. Hey, come on, Vivek Ramaswamy, Elon Musk, Doge. I like it. Let's cut down on wasteful spending, 100%. Now, here he is talking about the migrant crisis and wanting to end the problem in New York City. So whoever he's got to talk to, Donald Trump, Tom Homan, whoever, let's talk to them. Let's sit down, discuss, and fix the problem.
Those who are here committing crimes, robberies, shooting at police officers, raping innocent people, have been a harm to our country. I want to sit down and hear the plan on how we're going to address them. Those are the people I am talking about, and I would love to sit down with the border czar and hear his thoughts on how we're going to address those who are harming our citizens.
You're open to that?
Open to
hearing what their plan is to deport some of these folks, and you think the city, in some circumstances, should cooperate with ICE.
Let me. You know what's interesting? And I was talking to the team the other day. I want you to all go back and Google Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama.
Now, we're going to do that in a minute. Y'all hang tight. We will do that in a minute. I do have those clips ready. Let's let them finish.
Google what they said about those who commit crimes in our city and what they said in our country. They said those who commit crimes need to get out right away. That was their position. So this is not a new position, because in the state in the era of cancel culture, no one's afraid to be honest about the truth. Well, cancel me, because I'm going to protect the people of this city. And if you come into this country, in this city, and think you're going to harm innocent New Yorkers and innocent migrants and asylum seekers, this is not the mayor you want to be in the city under.
There you go. Now, I think what he was saying is that you have cancel culture. People are afraid. They're afraid to speak their mind. They're afraid to be honest. But when you have actual harm that's being done to people, when you got crime out of control, when the money is being spent wastefully, is being robbed from you, you got to do something. You can't just stay silent because you're afraid. Okay. You cannot just stay quiet because you're afraid. Now, let's go to Hillary Clinton. What was her take on the whole migrant crisis, border wall? What's going on with that? Check it out.
So I think we got to have tough conditions. Tell people to come out of the shadows. If they've committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked. They're gone. If they've been working and are law-abiding, we should say, here are the conditions for you staying. You have to pay a stiff fine because you came here illegally. You have to pay back taxes, and you have to try to learn English, and you have to wait in line.
Now, let's be clear. This is a Democrat. This is 2008 Hillary Clinton. 2008. It's probably on the campaign trail when she was trying to defeat Barack Obama to get the nomination. And we know how that turned out. The first time she got stomped into one by a male. But anyway, she sounds just like Eric Adams today. This is an old school Democrat. Eric Adams is an old school Democrat. But the new school stuff is totally out of control. And the old school guys are like, wait a minute, what's going on? How did we change from this to where we are right now, just letting everybody in the whole world come into the country unfettered, illegal, doing whatever they want to do? Now, here we have Mr. Barack Obama back. This might have been 2004 or 2008. Well, before he became the president, when he was still the senator in Illinois. Check it out.
Are a generous and welcoming people here in the United States, but those who enter the country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law, and they are showing disregard for those who are following the law. We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked, and circumventing the line of people who are waiting patiently, diligently, and lawfully to become immigrants in this country. We are a generous.
So, I mean, what happened? Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, they're saying the exact same thing that Eric Adams is saying. But it was fine when they did it. It was fine when Barack Obama was a senator in Illinois, a Democrat. You see right there, like, I'm not making this up. These are not fake videos. It was all good back then. So I wonder what has changed. What has changed from then to now? I think they have gotten a lot more woke on that side, on the Democratic side. And also the point of the migrant crisis, it was done on purpose, of course, by the federal government. You got Texas trying to secure their border on their own, and you got the federales suing them, breaking it apart, really fighting them because they don't want the border secure. The Democrats, as I close, the Democrats' quote unquote solution or answer to inflation is importing a bunch of migrants. They come in, do very low skill jobs, cheap labor, and that will prevent prices from going higher, because if you want to get Americans in there, you got to pay them more money. And then they say, well, Americans, they got too many drug addictions and whatnot. Well, look at what has been done to this country. The federal government, it's their fault for the lack of productivity. You incentivize people to stay home with all the payments and the whatnot, closing the country down. And different states you will close down for a lot longer. You're incentivizing people to stay at the house and do nothing and collect money from the government. And you're also giving them drugs. You purposefully unleashed opioids in the country through Big Pharma, okay, putting TV ads out there. You put them in Appalachia on purpose and got sued and lost, okay? That really happened. You poison the people with the drugs, food, water, air, everything, and you indoctrinate them mentally, and then you're wondering why they don't want to go to work. They don't want to do anything. You bring in a third world person who will work for a low amount of money, but then they have ancillary costs. The car insurance going to go through the roof. They cause other kind of issues. They need other resources, and the taxpayer is hit with the bill. So the government really just getting in the way. It's too big. It's too bloated. And this thing they did right here, this strategy, is yet another thing that they did to, I don't know, help themselves, help somebody that only hurts Americans. So I hope when Doge comes in, I hope when Trump in general comes in, we get rid of a lot of that wasteful spending, the ridiculous things that don't work, the things that only serve to hurt the American people rather than helping us. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your thoughts on what New York City Mayor Eric Adams said? Is he on point, off point? Does he sound like an old school Democrat or a right-wing MAGA, what they want to call his tinfoil hat wearers? Does he sound like that? Or is he just making common sense? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. Eric Adams is a Democrat and sounds like a Democrat from 20 years ago. These new people, I don't know what they got going on. I don't think they know half the time. They don't know whether they want to be a boy or a girl or gay or straight. They don't know what's going on, okay? Some people still have their minds intact, although I may not agree with them 100% politically. They still are not complete morons like a lot of them on that side are. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.